Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia.
Hi, this is Alec Cuenca, and you're listening to Small Talk.
Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. And yeah, you might hear me laughing because we're actually recorded. We are having a good time with my guest right now, but it turns out na hindi pa pala naka-record. So we're gonna do it all over again for you guys because we love you guys. And so if this is your first time listening to the podcast, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes because they have a lot of amazing insights that you can learn as well. And if this is your end time, if you're an avid listener of the podcast, then welcome back to the show. I'm excited to see that you're still here and just looking for ways that you can improve yourself. And yeah, let's dive right into this episode. This episode is really, really special because I have one of my good friends here on the show, and I'm excited to talk more about his journey. And I know that you can learn a lot from this guy. So our guest for today is the digital media executive at Warner Music Philippines. He is the founder of Social Media Marketing Philippines, one of the biggest social media groups here in the Philippines. He is also a content creator and the podcast host of 5 Minutes Social Media Tips with Neil. Let's all welcome my good friend and 1/4 of the Motivate Manila, Neil Dimapilis. Neil, thank you so much for coming again.
Hi, guys. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So before we talk about more on the social media stuff, I want to ask, because you said in one of the talks that we had before that you were a college dropout.
Mhm.
So I want to know more about what were your thoughts when you were going through that change, and what does it, how did you manage this huge risk that you were about to take?
All right. Siguro, the reason why I dropped out of college siguro was kasi the course na yung kinuha kong course before was computer science, and it was something that I do not see myself doing long term or doing professionally, or yun yung gagawin ko from 9 to 5, magpo-program ako or magko-code. Then I think sobrang ganda din na hindi na record yung kanina kasi I just remembered something na isa din sa mga push sa akin before was there was this certain video na na-share sa akin ng friend ko, and this is something that I've always shared every time na tinatanong yung backstory ko. And this was a video of Bobby Hundreds. He is the founder of a streetwear brand sa LA called The Hundreds. Yung backstory naman niya, ang gusto ng parents niya sa kanya is mag-lawyer siya. Then, nag-take din naman siya ng law. Tapos sabi ng mentor niya sa kanya, do you want to be 40 years old and spend the entirety of your life realizing that you've done something that you did not love? Tapos, parang ako, nung narinig ko yun, sabi ko, shit, ako yun. Bakit ko nga ba ipupursue to? If this is something na, 10, 15, 20 years from now, this is something na hindi ako masaya. This is something that's just going to be a burden sa akin personally. Diba? And yes, dropping out of college is a risk, especially in our country, given a third world country tayo. Hindi ganun kadami yung opportunities na meron tayo. Pero given na, yun nga, if you really have that courage or yung grit din, diba? As long as you know what you want and parang yung motives mo in doing that is right din naman. Nandiyan siya, magagawa at magagawan mo siya ng paraan, ma-achieve at ma-achieve mo siya.
And yeah, you mentioned na hindi pala yun yung gustong-gusto mo. So when you were growing up, did you have anything that you really wanted to pursue, or it dumating lang sa point na basta alam ko hindi ito yung gusto ko?
I wanted to pursue anything in the lines of it's either fine arts or multimedia arts. Kasi yun nga, mas dito nga din sa atin, mas especially with traditional Filipino families, they do not see anything that's in line with the creatives field as something that's going to be profitable, sustainable, or financially stable in the future.
Mm. When you were dropping out of college, did you have a specific plan or a specific goal in mind? Because I know that iba yung I'm gonna drop out of college kasi ayoko lang talaga to, so I'm just gonna be a bum. I know a lot of people na they drop out of college but they don't have anything that they wanted to do. So what are the things that you did during the transition phase from shifting to from computer engineering to the lines of fine arts and design?
Siguro when I dropped out, hindi na, yun nga, I mean, as you've mentioned, hindi din naman siya yung after deciding to drop out, nagbulakbol na lang ako or tumambay na lang ako, nagpetiks-petiks na lang. But it was something na nakitaan ko ng opportunity for me to learn and study. So sabi ko, since nag-drop out na din naman ako, I have this ample amount of time, why not do research or study about doing design? Diba? Tapos dun ako kumuha or nag-reach out na ako sa friends ko. Minsan nga nagpa-public post pa ako sa Facebook. Sinasabi ko, for those who wants to have free vectors or free illustrations, just send me a photo. Tapos may mga friends naman ako na nagsesend sila. As in, yun yung naging goal ko lang before was, I want to improve within a week. Sabi ko, dapat within a week, ma-excel ko na siya kahit hindi pa ganun kaplansyado compared to those with degrees or to those who professionally studied this. Sabi ko, at least kahit yung fundamentals, makuha ko siya.
Yeah, ang ganda, ang ganda. I just want to ask, because you mentioned that even though you wanted to pursue this line, you still, you didn't have the typical way of learning things, which is the school, the college. So all of the things that you're doing right now, okay, parang sa YouTube mo ba or online mo lang ba siya natutunan?
Yeah, everything online lang talaga. It was, for example, kung designing siya, kung merong certain type of or way to execute something, kung gusto ko siya makita visually, I would watch it on YouTube. Pero kung gusto ko lang siya na parang head knowledge lang, I would read up on articles. So, pero ako nga, being a visual person, I would rather see it on a parang video type format compared to reading nga.
Yeah, and I love the fact that your story just showed that there are, well, in this era, there are a lot of ways that you can learn different things na hindi na lang tayo nakaasa do sa traditional sense of learning. Now we have, YouTube, even TikTok. A lot of people learn from TikTok. And it just proves now we are shifting into a new world where there are unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. And I want to ask, of course, there's so much fear, so much doubt when you're doing the jump, diba, taking that risk. What was your main motivation that kept you going? Or parang, kasi you mentioned that if you really want something, parang kailangan may grit, kailangan nagpa-persevere ka pa rin. Like, what was your main motivation that kept you going?
Siguro at first when I started that, yung pinaka naging drive ko was to prove something sa parents ko, specifically sa mom ko, na gusto kong masabi sa kanya one day na, eto, tong kinikita ko na to, outcome na to nung pa-arts ko na sinasabi niyo before, na sinasabi niyo walang kikitain dito. Yun yung naging main motivation ko before. Pero a friend asked me parang years back na sabi niya, paano pag nawala na yung drive na yon? Or paano pag nawala na yung thinking na yun sa'yo? Kasi naka-move on ka na, okay ka na, napatawad mo na siya. Ano na yung main motivation mo? So that kept me thinking kung ano nga ba talaga dahil kasi pag nawala nga yun, ano na yung gas na mapupor ko para to keep the fire burning pa sa akin. So sabi ko, ang naging realization ko na lang doon was to offer high quality design without yung long period of time of waiting. And this is something naman na natutunan ko. Same series din nung video dun sa na-mention ko earlier, pero it was with Tom McFarlane naman. Siya yung creator ng Spawn, if you're familiar with Spawn. At the same time, siya din yung gumawa nung first generation Spider-Man na comic book. So, di sabi niya, kaya ko din naman gumawa ng mga squiggly lines na yan eh. Kaya ko din naman mag-design ng mga ganyan eh. Bakit hindi ako yung kunin nyo? So, di ba, let's make Spider-Man look like it's made in the present. Parang yung pinaka-term pa nga niya, let's make things sexy. Parang yun yung sabi niya. Sabi ko nga, no, bakit hindi ko din siya try i-apply? So, trinay ko din gawin yung mentality na yun. So, kung other people can do design, let's say, sabihin natin 2 to 3 days, trinay kong i-master, for example, if I would do an illustration of a sneaker, kaya ko siyang matapos within an hour. Yung ganong klaseng discipline. So, yun yung ginawa kong motivation sa akin. So, if people would get my service, nandun yung quality at the same time yung hastiness nung turnaround.
Hey guys, before we proceed to the rest of the episode, I just want to share something that I discovered recently. I am a firm believer that we need to protect ourselves and our data online. We need to securely access different apps, different websites, different entertainment services as we browse across the internet. And a good thing that I learned about NordVPN. NordVPN makes sure that all of our data stays safe behind a wall of next generation encryption. It's the fastest VPN. We don't need to sacrifice speed for better security. It also offers uninterrupted streaming, and you can use it on multiple devices. We partnered with NordVPN through Podmetrics for you guys to also enjoy the same experience. They have an amazing promo right now that allows you to get 73% off of the 2-year plan plus 4 months free when you use our link in the description and code before checking out. They also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for a NordVPN account now. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, coming from your story, alam mo yun, we can be successful when we're doing things out of hatred. But, it only pushes us so far. Pag nawala na yung hatred or kahit yung inis na yun or yung revenge feeling na yun, wala na. Hindi na tayo mapupush forward. But again, the second thing that you shared was not only just for yourself, but also providing value for other people. No, I'm not just making vectors for you. I can do it, in a faster and hasty way. And then at the same time, let's try to make it sexy. Ganon. Yeah, so I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, I know that in every journey, there are a lot of challenges and all the way. And I know for a fact that you really, really love reading Obstacle is the Way. So how do you perceive the challenges that comes along the and there are like mabilisang mga challenges na you need to think fast or pivot fast. How do you approach the challenges that came along the way?
Siguro in terms of challenges, yung perspective ko naman before was entirely different sa kung ano yung perspective ko ngayon. Pero before, how I perceived or parang how I approach obstacles was, nagdedwell pa ako minsan dun eh. Ang ginagawa ko pa is, alam mo, parang kine-question ko pa masyado na, bakit ba nangyayari sa akin to? Na parang ang okay naman yung motive ko, okay naman yung gusto ko, ganito naman yung gusto ko gawin eh. It's for the betterment naman of myself and other people. Laging ganon. Pero as time went by, alam mo yun, those obstacles din na dumating pa showed something na may mga flaws din pala dun sa mga nagiging motives ko before. Kasi yun nga, parang initially, ang nagiging motive ko was out of hate. Then, the next, syempre at the same time, kahit na starting artist ka pa lang, kahit sobrang gutom mo sa attention, magiging out of vanity na yung out of vanity na yung motive mo. Hindi mawawala yun eh. Mas lalo na kung nagsisimula ka kasi gusto mo sumikat, gusto mo makilala. Gusto mo na madami nagla-like, madami nag-share nung ginawa mo. Diba? As time went by, iba-iba yung nagiging perspective or yung nagiging learnings ko per obstacle na ano. So, siguro yung perspective ko on obstacles are these are phases in lives wherein God just parang you're just not seeing something na ako nakikita ko. So I'm just giving this problem sa'yo for you to better see the bigger picture. Diba? Kasi ganun tayo, lagi tayong blindsided tayong tao. Diba? Hindi hirap tayong makita kung ano yung mga yun.
Yeah, ang galing na parang oo nga, sometimes we're so focused on, even like so focused on focus tayo sa goal natin, sobrang focus natin sa goal natin. Pero hindi natin nakikita what part does it play on a bigger picture, and it's always something that we can learn from. It's always something that could give us perspective. Pero when we're so focused on the end result, sometimes hindi na natin nakikita na we could learn more about ourselves during the process than the result. Like, compared sa result lang yung makuha mo talaga. And ang ganda lang na parang, kinakalabit tayo minsan. And I want to head on to, talking about that because obviously you have built an amazing community on Facebook. And what do you think is the importance of building a community?
The importance of building a community, siguro on a business standpoint or on a personal standpoint man siya, is your audience sees the community ng mas personal compared to just interacting with the Facebook page, diba? Or just them commenting on a post on your business page. Kasi especially now, ngayong naka-lockdown tayo or since the lockdown and the pandemic, people are craving for personal interactions and the next best thing that we could provide is it's either through video calls or conference calls or starting your community or talking within your community. Kasi prior to everything digital naman, aminin man natin or hindi, labelan man natin o hindi, may mga kanya-kanya tayong clicks sa mga sabihin natin sa work man yan or sa school. Masasabi mo na yun community na yun pero we just don't label it as community. Diba? Nasasabi lang natin we're an organization. Diba? Tropahan kami, barkada kami. Pero in reality, community na din siya. And we're just transitioning it to the digital space. Diba? So one of the advantages is if you're a business and you want to start a Facebook community, at least mas personal na yung interaction mo and communication with your audience or your target market. At least you have a Facebook community of your loyal fans. Or if you're a person naman who wants to start a community, let's say sabihin natin whatever the motive may be, well, sana naman on a positive side yung paggamit mo ng community. Diba? It would be for the betterment of those people within it.
Yeah. Like hearing that, it's so amazing to think na we have different communities na hindi lang natin nalalabelan as community. Like we go to school, we go to work, we hang out with people. That's our community. That's our clique, diba? That's our group. Pero since the pandemic happened, nabawasan yung physical interaction, but we're still social beings. And so, I'm pretty sure that you are proud of what you have accomplished with social media marketing. Can you tell us, like, what's like the best thing about it? Ano yung pinakabagay na just brings you so much joy when you see social media marketing PH grow this big?
Siguro backstory na lang. When I started the community, literal na siya, pag nag-post ako pa yung unang magko-comment. kung question yung ipopost ko, ako yung unang sasagot. Just to keep the conversation going. Ganun siya kalala. Siguro, ginawa ko yon for the first 2 to 3 months. Na, as in, nag-e-effort ako na, sige, sa mga nag-join, tara, usap tayo. Nagkaroon ng Netflix series about social media, yung Social Dilemma. What do you think about it? As in, yun na yun. Akala ko yun na yung mag-kickstart ng conversation pag pinost ko yun. Dahil kasi nag-trend yung Social Dilemma na series. na show or movie ba yun? Wala pa rin. So sabi ko, na-frustrate na ako na kasi dumating na nga ako sa point na sabi ko, tigil ko na lang to. Sabi ko, nakaka-frustrate din naman, nakakapagod. Wala din naman ako nakukuha out of this. Pero yun nga, fast forward to Social Media Marketing Philippines now, na the community has changed a lot of lives. I mean, I think it's safe to assume that kasi there are people na nagme-message nga sa akin and giving their testimonies and giving their feedbacks about the community. And looking back, kung siguro tinuloy ko na sumuko ako or na naburyo na lang ako tapos parang alam mo yung meme na nag-table flip ayoko na. Ganun. Ay, siguro wala yung sense of fulfillment of having to help those people transition nga from them doing traditional jobs before to doing digital jobs now. That's something na no monetary value can ever replace eh. Kasi dumating din ako sa point before na sabi ko, bakit kaya hindi ako mag-charge? Na parang sa lahat ng papasok, it would be a membership, may membership fee. Sabi ko pa nga sa girlfriend ko noon, siguro kung nung time na yun, parang 50 people per day pa lang yung sumasali. Sabi ko kung 500 yung membership fee natin, 50 pesos times 500 pesos times 50. Okay na tayo. Parang ganyan yung sinasabi ko. Sabi ko, what more pa pag nag-increase pa yung nagjo-join per day on a daily basis. Pero yun nga, I mean, just like what I've mentioned earlier, there's this certain obstacle na nangyari. Tapos, napakita din sa akin na, oh, mali yan. Why did you start that community ba in the first place? Was it to earn something out of it? Was it to para ba makahutot ka ng pera sa mga tao? Dahil kasi kailangan mo ng pera, kailangan mong... Kasi mahirap na yung panahon ngayon eh. Pero yun nga, bumalik ulit siya to why I started, which, yun nga, having a platform for people to be able to transition from doing traditional jobs to digital jobs and offer value and share value to other people as well. Siguro yun yung pinaka masayang part of starting that community.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that you have changed a lot of lives, and it's an amazing group na hindi na lang din about social media. People post there for jobs or looking for jobs, and they connect with each other, and they share their clients, their companies. It's just an amazing community, and we would never have seen it if you didn't really take a chance na kahit di mo alam yung ginagawa mo or hindi malinaw kung bakit mo siya ginagawa. You still went there and put it out there. And I think there's so much power, especially in social media, na hindi natin alam kung sino yung mga bagay or yung mga tao na matatouch ng ginagawa natin. And now I wanna go into social media because now you're working as a digital media executive. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure that it's all about, creating content, making sure all the content is good and great. So, but I want to go down to the community level where, a lot of people might be listening and wondering, what do you think is the secret why some businesses or some brands do well in social media, and why do you think na yung ibang tao they're not doing well?
Siguro it would all boil down to actually siya yung pinakasagot pa nga dyan, ironically hindi siya related to social media marketing. But siya on a business standpoint, sige sabihin natin nag-start ka ng small business mo on social media, pero nakalimutan mo na yung different facets of starting a business or yung mga different parts of a business, like yung branding mo, diba, how yung digital marketing aspect in general. But like for example, for Jollibee, they've established their branding either way. Kahit makita mo man yung logo nung bubuyog, alam mong Jollibee yan. Or kahit makita mo lang yung bubuyog or kahit yung stripes lang nung bubuyog, alam mong Jollibee yan. Same thing with McDonald's. Diba? Makita mo lang yung Golden Acres, alam mong McDo yan. Diba? So that's something that businesses really have to look out for. Diba? How to establish good branding and branding that can be um, yung madali siyang ma-retain, tsaka at the same time madali siyang maalala ng mga tao. Kasi alam mo, once you've established good branding, once you've established yun nga, yung how you communicate with people, ano yung magiging tone of voice mo on your digital platforms, everything is all set na. Everything is set na from there. How you would translate those branding assets to your social media assets, how would you translate that to your website? Ano siya, magkakaroon siya ng domino effect. So if you want to have a successful brand, or parang yung comparison between a successful brand and a not successful brand on social media, it would really trickle down to how you see your branding. Kasi yun nga, parang especially here in the Philippines, hindi nila nakikita na sobrang powerful ng effect ng branding.
Hi, I'm Neil Dimapilis. Come listen to my podcast called 5 Minutes Social Media Tips with Neil. In this podcast, I'll be sharing tips, tricks, and strategies on social media in a span of 5 minutes. Available in all major podcast platforms. Powered by Podcast Network Asia and Podmetrics.
Yeah, and hindi lang, alam mo yun, okay, social media marketing is one thing about your business, about your brand. But there's a lot more that you need to take care of that also, that people can also relate to. Because I believe na, hindi ako like branding specialist or something like that. But if your brand does not connect to people, then what's the point? Diba? You gotta learn how they could connect to your brand or your business before you could sell them something. So it's the little things about the branding and the company that can actually help you boost your social media presence or help you become successful in social media marketing. But if we could get some tips or advice on like what platforms should they double down on pagdating sa pushing their brands and their businesses online.
Siguro in terms of platforms, there's this notion kasi na kailangan nasa lahat ng social media platforms active ka. Kaso if you would look at it in a bigger picture, kung ang ilalabas mo sa Facebook is the same post that you would post on Instagram, tapos yan din yung ilalagay mo sa Twitter, tapos yan din yung ilalagay mo sa TikTok, what's the point na ifa-follow ka pa ng mga tao na yun on all those platforms if you're just putting out same content on different platforms? Nandun yung content redundancy, at the same time content fatigue. Oo, sige, sabihin natin, let's say they'd engage with you or they'd click that like button. Pero at the end of the day, a like is a like. Yun lang yan. Parang if you're going for sales or conversions, wala siyang maiaambag. But it would all boil down to ano ba yung gusto mong KPI mo for those for your social media platforms. So in terms of prioritizing what platforms that you want to use, siguro sa ngayon for this year, it would be Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. For Facebook, as much as possible, do not sell or do not hard sell. As much as possible, be informative. Why should they buy this product? What problems does this product answer? Diba? What would they benefit from it? Compared to, nakasale kami, buy this, buy now. Diba? Kasi, tayo din naman, pag bumibili tayo, or pag pupunta tayo sa mga grocery stores or pag pupunta tayo ng department stores, we already know what we want, or we're already searching for something na alam natin kailangan natin. Or pag pupunta tayo ng Ace Hardware, we already know kung ano yung diferensya sa bahay natin. na kaya tayo pumunta ng Ace Hardware para bumili. Diba? Ang kailangan na lang natin is for them to detailed or guide us, diba, explicitly na, sir, ganito kasi yung differences nung mga brands na yan, or ganito yung differences ng mga parts na yan. And in terms of Instagram, as much as possible, utilize yung usage ng mga yung mga widgets nila, yung mga features, yung mga stickers. And as soon as possible, alam ko lalabas na din yung Reels, which is something na sobrang nakaka-excite din. Kasi yun nga, sabi nila, yun yung competitor ng TikTok. Then with TikTok naman, as much as possible, there are a lot of trends na hindi mo naman kailangan sakyan. Pero alam mo yun, it wouldn't hurt to use that music in the background pang bed lang to have that siguro that feel of virality. And alam ko may update din sila ata na itataas na nila to 3 minutes yung yung length ng video. So for people na gusto maglabas ng music videos, possible na siyang ilabas sa TikTok. So music marketing is already available on TikTok. And it's something to look out for. To those na gustong magkaroon ng, let's say, para mga mini talks or mini shows on TikTok, possible na din siya kasi mahahabaan na. Nasa 3 minutes na siya. At least, bite-sized contents, mas magiging meatier na siya compared to before na sobrang nire-rush mo yung sarili mo na ma-compact mo lahat in 1 minute. Diba? At least ngayon, yun nga. So, yun yung masasabi ko na to prioritize, which is Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Kasi hindi naman natin masasabi kung by the end of this year, kung may magpa-pop up na naman na panibagong social media app.
Yeah.
Diba? Or by next year, or by the next year. Diba? Hindi natin masasabi.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys. If you are someone who wants to be in the field of content creation, or you have a brand or you have a business and you're wondering what social media platform should you prioritize, make sure that you go what Neil recommended and go check out like Facebook, how you could utilize Instagram and TikTok as well. So thank you so much for sharing that, Neil. And I'm sure a lot of people have learned from this episode. But before I actually let you go, I have a few more questions. First and foremost, it's about your podcast. Your podcast is like one of the first mga unang batch ng mga maiikling podcast. So can you tell us like what's the concept behind 5 minutes with Neil?
Siguro the whole concept of it is when you search for anything related or any article related to social media marketing or social media management or social media advertising, sobrang overwhelming siya, especially pag nabombard ka na ng mga jargons. So habi ko, why not have a platform or have content that would be easily digestible for people na bago pa lang sa industry, and for both bago sa industry and both experienced. So for experience, it would be a reminder for them. Then for sa mga bago, it's something that's going to be easily digestible and easily madali lang na resource sa kanila. Kasi I've had testimonies or feedbacks from people na nakikinig sila habang nagbubrew sila ng coffee. Or habang nagda-drive sila sa umaga going to work. Diba? And for those na matagal naman na sa industry, ang nakuha kong feedbacks from them was this certain episode reminded me of the fundamentals, of the basics na hindi ko na pala siya napapractice ngayon given na sobrang dami na nung natutunan ko. Na na-apply ko na lang is yung more advanced wherein nakakalimutan ko na yung roots ko. So yun yung pinaka-goal why I started and why I labeled it 5-minute social media tips with Neil. So I just want it to be bite-sized. I want it to be short. At the same time, I want to deliver that content to people.
I love that. And as more as we go, longer this pandemic, like the attention span of people gets shorter and shorter. So that's why your podcast is really perfect for people who just want to learn at the same time. Hindi masyadong investing dun sa oras nila and sa energy nila. And I'm sure that a lot of people, if there's like one social media podcast, a social marketing podcast here in the Philippines, like you're at the top of them. So I'm really happy for you, brother, and congratulations on the success. Alam natin nagsisimula pa lang tayo, but yeah, let's keep going with what we're doing. I'm sure that we are inspiring and giving value to a lot of people. Yeah. So, okay, before I actually let you go, I have this segment here on Small Talk called 5 questions. I'm going to ask you 5 questions and you are going to answer with either one word, one phrase, or one sentence nang walang explanation.
All right.
Okay. Are you ready, Neil?
Yeah, game.
Okay. Maano na naman, it's like fast talk pero wholesome yung mga tanungan natin. Okay, first question. What is happiness?
Contentment.
Wow. I love that. Contentment. Second question, what is success?
Happiness.
Galing. Success is happiness. Third question, what's the best advice that you have ever received?
Do not listen to the older generation.
Oh, that's a spicy one. Good job on that. Fourth question, what is the worst advice you have ever received?
Worst advice that I've ever received. Wag ka nang umuwi kasi pag uwi mapapagalitan ka din naman.
I think andun na yung explanation. That's the worst advice, guys. Don't follow that advice. Okay, last question. What is one thing that you wish you knew when you were just starting?
Being creative does pay a price.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much, Neil, for joining us today and sharing us your knowledge and your opinions and your stories. I'm sure a lot of people can relate and they could learn a lot from this episode. So again, maraming salamat. If they like this episode, Neil, where can they find you? Online,
guys,
syempre.
Feel free to follow me on Spotify or just search for me on Google. Actually, you can just search for Neil D. Mapilis. Then all of my social handles and podcast would be there. But you can search for me on Spotify and Apple Podcast. You can search for 5 minutes social media tips with Neil. And if you want to know more about social media marketing, feel free to join my Facebook community named Social Media Marketing Philippines.
Yes, there you have it, guys. Join the social media marketing. You can learn a lot from that group. I learn a lot from that group, and also listen to the podcast. It's amazing. It's fun. It's quick, and you can learn a lot in 5 minutes lang. So again, Neil, thank you so much for joining us here. And yeah, if you like this episode, go ahead and share this on social media. Do not forget to tag us at Neil Dimpilis or 5 minutes social media. Well, what's your handle again? Instagram?
At 5 minutes social media tips.
Yeah, at 5 minutes social media tips on Instagram. And ako, don't forget to tag me as well at Small Talk Podcast. And yeah, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure that you leave this podcast a rating and review. That helps the podcast a lot. You guys are the reason why we're growing so fast. So thank you so much for listening. This is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. I talk to you guys next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Small Talk. For more updates, you can follow me at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. That's at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.